Hello, chat. I'm here with someone that I kidnapped. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name's Amalgamite. Um, I'm a political streamer with a side of games. I tend to get a bit spicy, but I've been told by the gypsy here to calm my tits, so that won't be happening today.
Yeah, I mean, I quizzed her political takes a little bit. They were on what normies would consider on the extreme, but on the internet they were like above a 6 or a 7. And I asked her, it's like, please don't get me banned. You know, like
Dang
apparently
it.
she stopped at the Jews did 9/11. Like that's where she stops. Like she's not going to go over that. But up until that point, like everything went. So
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. When everything's considered conspiracy theory, then 6 months later it's revealed as the truth. You tend to be like, okay, so maybe all the conspiracy theories are correct.
conspiracy fact.
Yes.
Uh, M2M Tomb, congratulations to Algamite, 1 year stream anniversary. How did it go?
It went really well. It was lots of fun. Um, reacted to like the Sam Hyde video, covered the British politics. Gotta love some mass stabbings on the train. Just another day that ends in Y. And just fucked around and had fun with the community. It was great.
Yeah, I saw Sargon talk a little bit about the British stabbings. He basically concluded that it's not normal. He had a hot take there saying that is that okay to live in a society where they happen and that multiculturalism has won in normalizing the stabbings.
Hmm.
And in a way, I can't really disagree. I mean, it's like people already talk about stabbings, and it's like, where are they in the UK? And they talk about it. Like, I mean, it happens every day, you know. So
Yeah, it wasn't like this, 30, 40 years ago, and it's only been ramping up as the decades keep on passing. Like, we don't actually have to live like this. There are solutions.
oh, you're
But
British.
well, no, no, but
Huh.
it still happens in America. The one thing that I do get a little pissy with my American um, fellows is the fact that they don't think it happens here because they don't see it since our country is so big. Um, but it's a lot, like it still happens here a lot. It's just that when you live in individual states or you're in the countryside, you don't have to deal with it as much. It's a little bit more separated. You only see it on video, like with all those like EBT Americans, for example, freaking the fuck out. It's all on video and you laugh, but you don't see it as much in real life until you like go to Walmart, but still there's that dissociation there. I mean, we have a place called Dearborn, Michigan that's completely ran by Muslims. I'm sure you've heard about New York City and Zoran Mamdani possibly becoming the mayor there, and how foreign born New York City has become. Obviously, California is
Well, didn't you have like
notorious.
the Irina incident recently? And the Charlie Kirk one,
Yep,
although like Charlie Kirk, I
yep.
say would be different. But I remember like one that a lot of people didn't care about, and it actually shocked me. Before Irina, there was a homeless woman set on fire in the subway. And what the thing that really shocked me about it isn't the brutality of it, because dying by fire is one of the worst ways to go. But it was the fact that no one cared. Like people would just literally walk past the Human Torch and no one would bat an eyelid. And I'm like, well, how do you get to such a low trust society level?
Um, you import the third world essentially.
Hmm.
How about that?
I think he was imported. M2M2, unfortunately, Amal is paranoid and misrepresents what parasocialism means. Self isolation is not self improvement. Chatters keep messaging Amal to try to connecting online. We must reject neuroticism. Can you elaborate on this?
Um, I mean, I can. Might make things a little bit awkward.
Hmm.
But basically, I I beat the drum quite often about parasocialism. I mean, there's always going to be parasocialism in streaming on both sides of the streamer and also the viewer as well. And so I do just be like, hey, just remember it's there. Don't get too attached. I am just entertainment at the end of the day. Blah 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 blah. I'm not a girlfriend experience.
But do,
Different
do you
things
feel like
like
the chat
that.
is trying to connect to you in a romantic way?
Most of them are actually pretty decent. And I love my community a lot. They're really good, just genuine guys. There. But I mean, but I also still like to reinforce this, from time to time just to make it clear because I don't want to give that impression. I mean, I make some lewd jokes from time to time and, you know, and I just want to make sure that like this is not what I'm offering, and so therefore like don't get the wrong idea here because I want to kind of make that clear. And and there are a few people that do really want me to date chat, and I'm not gonna date chat
Do
because
they want you
that's
to date chat, or are they saying this because they know it triggers you?
um I think it's the former, but I mean I guess it could be the latter, but it's not like that big. It's not like that big of a deal, I would probably say.
Hmm. I mean, usually the type of content that attracts women that they chat, people get the vibe, right? Like if you go and you see Kirsche, like I think she's making an entire comic book of herself in hentai, but her channel is not about that, and you figure it out just by watching one or two episodes.
Yeah. Um and I don't think I give that impression, at least I hope I don't.
Depends, right? Like the maturity of the chat. But like, yeah, just because a chick has a lewd model doesn't necessarily mean that she leans into that. Or, I mean, it's kind of like if you have like a male streamer and he has like a very masculine voice, like Joe Rogan, right? Like just because Joe Rogan is very masculine and stuff, doesn't necessarily mean that he puts the type of content that makes women swoon. I would think. I mean, he's married, so anyway, right,
Yeah.
Slixia, $2. No ask questions if channel can't handle the answer. Mm. All right, let's begin by reading a couple of news articles that I shared with you, because I did
Okay.
title this week is stupid, and we got a very interesting week, I would say. The first one is Donald Trump wanting to declare a crusade on Nigeria. So let me read it to the chat. And I'm not kidding about this, by the way. Like I was looking at it, it's like what? Like he's the Pope now, and apparently he is. Trump has just said that the United States may enter Nigeria, and to get the Department of War. Fuck, I like this. Like Department of War to prepare for the action. If the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the United States of America will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria, and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities. I am hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for the possible action. So the Nigerian government better move fast. What do you think about what your president just said there?
Well, I'm definitely a fan of cutting off the aid and assistance. Frankly, I don't think we should be aiding or assisting them at all. Um, I believe, and I could be wrong about this, I'm going based off memory, but I swore I saw a statistic where like Nigeria has a higher birth rate than the entirety of Europe. And I don't think we need more Nigerians in the world personally. I think they're perfectly fine the way they are and staying in their countries. So, I'm happy with cutting off the aid. I want to make that permanent. Not exactly a fan of going in guns a blazing
Da, 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 da,
if
da,
that
da.
does happen because I'm not exactly a fan of interfering with foreign
With Boko
countries,
Haram
especially.
killing Christians. I can see why you're saying this, but I find it very fascinating because a lot of people like you had the same mentality during the first Trump presidency, and I understand it. But now I'm noticing a shift in culture. I'm noticing that a lot of people are like, no, they're Christians. Like we need to go in gun blazings. Did you notice that?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm personally an atheist. I did I was raised Catholic though. Um and I would say that there is a difference between Christian uh first world country, Christian rights, and Christian third world countries
Mm.
essentially. And going in and saving them constantly is not how exactly what my tax dollars to be spent when we have plenty of problems here at home, that I rather would be addressed other than getting mixed up into another foreign country's politics. And it's possibly, because the thing is, when you set boots on the ground, when you go in guns and blazing, those are real soldiers, and I rather not have our men being sacrificed for Nigeria.
Hmm. Slowly, I was drinking a little bit of Pepsi. Um, while I understand what you're saying, I actually checked out the real interests that the United States has in Nigeria. Apparently, oil and gas. Nigeria is a major oil producer, has historically been one of the top suppliers of crude oil to the United States. So basically, if the current government collapses over there, your oil prices is going to go up. Trade and
Yeah.
investment. The United States supports trade through initiatives like African Growth and Opportunity Act, AGOA, which gives Nigeria preferential access to U.S. markets. So again, prices will go up. Diversification. America is also interested in helping Nigeria diversify its economy beyond oil. In other words, making sure that your enemies get less oil. Security and counterterrorism. You got Boko Haram and ISIS West Africa, which threaten region stability. You have a couple of programs like the U.S. Nigeria Binational Commission and maritime security. In other words, like you're guaranteed that you don't get pirates in the area if the government is stable. So I
Hmm.
think that's why Trump is actually rallying the call about this. It's probably I find it difficult to believe that the people in the Pentagon, they talk about Christianity and it's like, how do we sell it to the people? This is probably how they frame it.
Uh, I mean, those are pretty strong reasons, but at the same from the foreign politics perspective, which I understand, and I understand being the world hegemon that we do have to get messy with other countries and protect our own interests. If we don't, then China will. I am well aware of that fact. Still doesn't make me happy about it, frankly.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Let's see. This one is also interesting. Anime is officially a $3 billion industry, more popular international than Japan. News report confirms. So the popularity of anime is actually more popular than Japan itself. And it's more popular outside of Japan now than it is in Japan.
I mean, that makes sense. It has basically become the new media since the American media have decided to shoot itself in the foot for the past 10 to 15 years on purpose. And so anime's been completely taken over. It's got a great art style. You can tell some great stories with it. There's amazing games that are made in that style as well. One thing that surprised me was how many Russians have anime profile pics or like play Genshin Impact and different things like that. Just I
Did you know
personally was
that
kind of surprised by it.
Putin banned one of the largest anime websites now because it promotes LGBT shit?
Wait, he did?
Yeah, 2 days ago he banned I think it's called My Anime List or something. I would have to double check. But there's a law in Russia which prevents LGBT activism and propaganda. And so, because anime has like fan service with Yuri and stuff, in the Russian mindset, they concluded that if you watch anime, you can become transgender, and so they decided to ban it. That website,
Okay
not
then.
anime. Yeah, but
I
yeah,
mean,
aren't you
go ahead.
worried a little bit that you're going to have the sanitization of anime if it's becoming like really popular?
I mean, it's already been happening technically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's been so much fan service that's been shut down, and I've seen plenty of different clips and screenshots from different things like that. And they already have the Western tourists coming in and trying to make everything gay, or trans. And when, especially when everything gets mildly popular, like it's basically already happening. I already know. They've been trying to push for more DEI stuff in Japan too. So it's not pleasant, that's for sure.
No.
Like it's I, I'm not surprised by this at all, but I mean, just like with the whole Nigeria situation, I'm not exactly happy with it, but I don't see how we can really stop it because American media, Western media in general, is not um fulfilling that hole anymore. Like it's basically dead. You just you hear Disney and you laugh at it at this point in time. Even when you go to British media, like I mean, Doctor Who used to be a huge monument, um, culturally even in America, and it's been a laughing stock for God knows how many years at this point. Like there's really nothing else currently that is as high quality as anime is in the entertainment section because Western nations have given up. I know the Chinese have definitely tried to develop some things and it seems like they've been relatively successful, but they're still kind of using and the anime format as well.
I think everyone is using the anime format. I even saw like some new Disney shit using the anime format.
Hmm.
Yeah, what I'm worried is that you're going to see places like Crunchyroll that are going to say, yeah, we're not going to publish our anime unless it has like these standards, and this is what Netflix and all the other streaming services are doing. So if anime is actually more popular outside of Japan, like it brings more sales, you're going to have the anime industry being like, okay, well, we need to comply with the American regulations, which include less fan service, more DEI, sanitization, basically.
If that happens, which I wouldn't be surprised if it does, I would hope Japan will stand strong, but with Crunchyroll dominating the Western market and how left wing they have been for many years now as well, it's doubtful.
Yeah.
Then basically the same thing will happen with Western media, be like a cycle in the sense where, anime will start falling off. People will hold on to it desperately, but within 5 to 10 years, something else will fill that void as anime declines.
AI chatbots.
If
I'm calling it. No, I'm not. I'm not kidding. Like you can already make an AI chatbot right today, and I assume that 5 years from now they're going to be very advanced. And so if anime becomes boring and I don't see the Western media going up because I know why censorship happens, and it's not just because like people can't make good movies, it's like they're not allowed. You're going to have AI chatbots. Like people are genuinely like going to download their waifu, and they're going to use that for entertainment. And it's not going to be like just looting the waifu and shit. Like you can actually have a story like a Dungeons and Dragons stuff, or like an adventure with going with Aqua from Konosuba in the village and experiencing shit. And she actually reacts like Aqua, right? And this is now, so I imagine like 5 years from now it's going to be a lot more advanced, and I think like that's going to be the entertainment of our kids. Kind of sad, but what can you do?
Yeah, I guess I can see it. I personally don't pay too much attention to AI myself because it doesn't really interest me, but I also am not so foolish to recognize how important AI will probably become, especially with all these tech companies focusing on it. I mean, I feel like every single day Elon's posting something about Grok. Um, and it's kind of annoying, honestly. But I mean, there was what was her name? Annie?
Yeah, yeah.
Or yeah, I mean, she was already insane, development wise. And if they can make more customizable,
They did. Yeah, you
like you were
can you can
saying,
dress her
hmm
differently now.
well, I mean, just make them into different characters, like you were saying in your example. Then yeah, I guess that's possible. It just depends on how more commodified that becomes.
Oh, you can actually like right now you can make Mr. Medicare into a chatbot and it acts like Mr. Medicare. You can make Short Fat Otaku into a chatbot and it acts like Short Fat. I'm not kidding. Like you can go and chat GPT and you can literally have like generate me a Pipkin Pippa chat and have Short Fat Otaku enter it, and it actually does it. You don't believe me? Go try it out if you
No,
don't.
no, no,
Like do
no.
that
I
prompt.
believe you. It's just that the
You know what's
scenario that
weird?
you
Yeah,
gave
it's
me
scary
was
because
funny.
it's so eerily similar to them that like if someone shows you a screenshot, you could swear that's a real chat where Short Fat Otaku enters. Um, and this is with the technology today, right? The reason it does is because it's trained on the entire internet. So like it actually has access to Short Fat Otaku's videos. It knows his speech, his cadence, his morality, everything, right? And then he knows what Pipa's chat looks like, and it's just like compiling these things together and creating this really freaky simulation. Frank Jupiter, thank you for $2. If war in Nigeria equals cheaper gas bill, it's worth it. Amalgamite, I want you to deconvert this man. Make him back into what Trump used to be in the beginning. You know, like peace, protectionism. We don't send soldiers to foreign nations. Like I want you to convince Frog Jupiter about the error of his way.
Okay. I mean, I'll start off with like, I mean, I can understand where you're coming from. I mean, it's definitely more self-centered individual interest for the lower gas prices, there, and I can see the appeal, obviously, but at the same time, well, when you think about like the long-term consequences, one, maybe it's my bleeding heart from being a woman, but I'd rather not have men being sacrificed for war. Um,
Well, I
like
think
we
you're
already
not
have a
womaning properly. Like you should learn a little bit more from Angela Merkel. Like she was also a woman, and she was
I'd rather not be like that demon, frankly.
the demon. Oh my god. I find it funny because like now that I'm going with Twitter, like a demon is an insult. Did you notice that? People keep saying it's like the demon.
Maybe I'm definitely influenced by the online culture. I'm not gonna be so delusional, say that I'm not, but possibly. Then again, if I would rather I'd rather slur, but you know, demon will be the new slur.
The Dashing Rogue, thank you for the $5. I am here, V. I blame the yaoi and unitypes for pushing LGBTQ in anime. See, this is what I disagree, because there's a difference between how the West pushes LGBT in anime and how anime pushes LGBT in anime. The West, when they pushing it, like they actually made one anime. I forgot the name of it. It's like a Crunchyroll special made by like queer people and shit. When they're pushing LGBT in anime, they're very preachy. Like they sit you down and they talk to you about gender pronouns and shit, right? Like they lecture you, and they're pushing their universal morality. It's like, no, what we're saying with the pronoun stuff, like it's not just one version of viewing things. It's like the only way to be a good and decent person. While when Japan does it, they do it for fan service, comedy effect, or simply for masturbatory purposes by people that are already LGBT. Like they're not trying to make you LGBT, while the West is actually saying that being LGBT is colorful, it's nice, it's awesome, while being straight is boring, it's bland. So yeah, High Guardian Spice, yes, High Guardian Spice. That was like the worst production I have ever seen.
It sounded familiar. It sounded familiar, and then I looked it up. I was like, oh, that fucking bullshit. Oh my god.
I got the.
It's like the. Oh, go ahead.
I just noticed that Zlixian is encouraging criminal activity again. Maybe Crunchyroll needs to be DDoSed. I don't have anything against Crunchyroll per se, right? Like it's not the company that I have a problem with. It's it's more complex than that. It's not a company, right? It's the culture, and it's also the legislation that exists in a lot of nations. Like you're pretty much not allowed to show certain anime that used to be in the 90s anymore. Because like now there's laws against it. Like for instance, Dragon Ball, right? It has Bulma showing her vaju to Mount Roshi, and it has Goku showing his pee to the audience. You can't do that now. Like especially in a lot of places in European Union. It's just one example. Like I'm not saying that it should or not. But Hate speech is another one. Showing kids drinking alcohol is another one. Like if you want to make an anime now and you want to sell it internationally, there is an entire list of bureaucracy of what you are and aren't allowed to show, and that wasn't the case in the past.
I mean, I don't see, yeah, I don't see that changing anytime soon. With how one, there's still a decent amount of leftists in control of culture. I mean, the right is definitely winning, but they're not the CEOs. They're not the ones actually the writers being hired by these companies and consultants. And with Crunchyroll, I think that there's a constant debate on Twitter. Is the translation of anime from Japanese to English too, where they censor and purposely change things until we can actually get genuine fans who can properly translate things back into control again. That's not going to happen. And then there's also this issue with the right, where there's that whole like ban porn debate that happened like a couple weeks ago now, and uh, that's one thing I can't exactly agree with the right. I can understand the sentiment with it, but it's just a slippery slope, and they're also going to want to censor a lot of fan service
Oh,
too.
I mean they consider
And
your
if they
avatar to
if
be porn. I guarantee you. No, I'm not
well,
kidding. I'm
no, I
not kidding.
mean,
And I noticed this on Twitter as well. Like they watered down the definition of adult to the point where I posted an avatar which was literally just a girl showing cleavage, and they considered that to be flagged as porn. And I think it's because of Ofcom, like the law in Britain that passed, which forces ID verification. And so, like, they're erring on the side of caution. They consider now anything that can be titillating, anything that around well, the male gaze actually. They're considering the male gaze to be porn.
yep.
Zlixian,
Like
no,
I know mine's. Oh, go ahead.
Zlixian gave me $2, though I have to search for good stuff at sea. Soon there may not even be a C because they're now they actually are starting to crack down on the piracy websites really strongly in a way that they couldn't before. But anyway, what were we going to say?
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I know my model's a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't call it like fully lewd, but it's obviously
Bannable on Twitch.
it's me.
No, I'm
Well,
not kidding.
that
You're showing midriff. Like, are you Twitch streaming?
no, I
Yeah,
got
you
perma
get
banned
banned.
off Twitch.
Yeah, you got banned, didn't you?
Um, I did, but that's because I said the N word on Twitter.
Oh, you'd have been gotten banned even without that. Like, they don't allow
Well,
you to show
I I
midriff.
I don't show anything like above basically my chest. Like I show my chest level and above,
Oh,
or that.
I
So
think like that would be allowed, yes. But
I
your
I
model
actually really
as
originally wanted hip windows on my model, but then as I was designing it, then that's when they came out with the whole thing last year, being like, no hip windows, blah 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 blah. And I was like, are you serious? I
well,
wanted
it's
hip
not them.
windows. I
Like this
find
is
them
what
so
people
hot.
don't understand, right? Like it's not like one day Twitch wakes up and it's like, how do we fuck with the VTubers today? Although that can also be part of it, right? But usually what happens is that either the payment processors come in or they get an activist group like Nikose or something like that, and they're like, you need to do this or we're going to crack down on you. And so it can also be pressure from the advertisers. All of it is due to the culture, right? And so now people have internalized the third wave feminism shit where porn is trauma and sexualization leads to rape culture. But they internalize it and they frame it differently. They frame it as societal harm. And persecuting artists and people is fun. Like it's a group activity. It's the glue that keeps community together. And that's why they do it. And you can notice that most of the Twitch models, like a lot of the Twitch girls, like Iron Mouse and whatnot, like they used to have like very lewd models, and they tone it down all of them. And it's probably because their managers and the companies that they associate with, they told her it's like, look, change is coming. You need to tone it down.
I mean, it's just because it really seems like they don't like VTubers because they prefer more of the flesh posting e-girls.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
mean, um, there is that whole clip of Dan Clancy, and you can see his recommended and following list, and it's just a bunch of girls just tits out and everything.
Yeah, it was
Real
beautiful.
girls with
I like it. No,
tits out.
I mean, it was gross seeing Dan Clancy, but like the women weren't gross. They were.
I mean, yes, but there's
I mean,
definitely a
I don't
very
like seeing
obvious
girls with tits
bias.
in. You know, like usually girls have tits out. So. But no, I get what you're saying. I get it. But like the thing with the midriff, I will point out that it's also for 3D streamers and VTubers. Like they don't do the whole bathtub streaming anymore.
Took them long enough to get rid of that, but I don't really. I only streamed on Twitch because everybody else was streaming on Twitch, which the only reason why everybody's streaming on Twitch is because everybody else is streaming on Twitch.
Did you get a
Unfortunately,
following? Like, was it?
yeah, I got to like 1,000 followers there.
You got like
Um,
1,000 viewers. Like, how many viewers per stream did you get?
of actual viewers,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't really remember those stats for that. But I mean, it wasn't like crazy big, but you know, I mean, for just starting out streaming, it wasn't bad. But I didn't really care about losing my Twitch because I knew I would be banned eventually. I just wasn't expected being banned because I said the N word on Twitter. Like, if I said the N word on stream, sure, but I said the N word on Twitter
Yeah, but like,
and I
did
got
they
banned.
tell you that they banned you for saying the N word on Twitter?
No, they technically said it's because I was being offensive, on stream,
Mm.
but the timeline doesn't make sense, and because the day before I got permabanned, that Reloaded trailer came out for that one game where the Africans are stealing the artifacts from the
Oh my god, I
museum.
remember that. Ah, that was so
Yeah,
fucking
and
good.
I
Yeah.
quote-tweeted it with the N-word, and that went viral, and I pissed off a lot
Ah,
of people, and I
yeah,
think I
I
got
see,
mass
I see. Did it,
reported.
how viral did it get?
Likes, it had like 5,500 likes. I forget how many views and stuff like that.
Ah, I mean, that was some good shit.
But the comment section was just filled with leftists crying.
I mean, of course, you know, like they weren't crying because of anything else besides the fact, like they weren't saying you're not saying the truth, right?
Yeah. They definitely weren't saying that. They just called
But
me racist a
yeah,
million
no,
times over, and
like
I'm
the
like,
thing is,
yes, I am racist. Suck my dick.
yeah, no, but like, okay, so which is more offensive? A girl saying the N word, or a couple of people saying that black culture is having black people steal from museums? You know, and basically they're. Yeah, now we all have to pretend we're offended because like the VTuber girl called it out. Like, no, I'm sorry. It's like you need to like the whole thing is like pretending to be offended and then acting like you owe them something. But basically this was quite recent, wasn't it? Because like
It was
the
back in
African
like
American
June.
Simulator was a game that came out recently, wasn't it?
Yeah, the trailer, I think it was back in like June because then I got the perma band, and then I switched over to Kick.
Hmm.
And Kick is so much better than Twitch. It's basically green Twitch. Like from the viewer and a streamer perspective of things. But you have a lot more freedom
Can you say
there.
the N word?
And unfortunately no. I can say pretty much anything else but the N-word. So I have the Rumble only streams for
Can you
that.
say faggot?
Yeah, I do that on occasion.
Oh, okay.
Haven't gotten in trouble yet. I honestly, the thing that concerns me about Kick in particular is if you actually read its TOS, it's decently strict. But it's just a matter of them applying it or not. I think they do as a failsafe, because I'm aware that Apple and Google Play stores make you have strict TOSs after the Parler incident back in 2021. Um, so there's that aspect to it, but I mean, if you look at what used to be on their channel, I mean, what was his name? The absolute insufferable
Somali.
bastard, Johnny
Johnny
Somali.
Somali. Well, why is he on Somali?
Um,
I like Johnny Somali. You know, like I consider him like Mr. Bean, but Mr. Bean used to do things with actors. Johnny Somali does it with real people. Uh, and it's like it's like an adventure with him. You know, I went on ChatGPT and I tried finding out. It's like, okay, so if Johnny Somali is in prison, which god would rescue him? And apparently, like the entire pantheon of human existence, from Zeus, Thor to actual Jesus and Muhammad and everyone, would agree for the first time in unison that Johnny Somali doesn't deserve salvation or mercy.
Uh,
So yeah, no, because I was like, okay, Jesus would save Johnny
huh.
Somali, right? Like, he's in a
Hmm.
foreign nation now. He's desperate, and apparently, no, like Jesus does give you salvation, but only if you have remorse, right? And Johnny Somali
Right.
doesn't regret what he
Right.
did, and so like Jesus wouldn't save him. And I was like, okay, well Satan would, right? Like, would Satan save Johnny Somali? And the AI said, no, like Satan actually appreciates people that can shape society, and like Johnny Somali did a lot of harm. But now, because he's pathetic and weak, Satan doesn't need him anymore, and Satan like doesn't keep pals that lost their ability to influence the world. So like I went through all of the gods, you know, through the entire human pantheon. Not a single one of them had an argument of saving Johnny Somali. Not even Buddha. So I think it's cooked. Yeah.
Good. No sympathy for him.
The thing is, like, I actually did have sympathy for him, and I'll tell you why. It's not that I don't think he needs to be punished. I definitely do. But I do think like 30 years in prison is a little bit too much, because at the end of the day, we have to stop and realize, okay, he actually didn't kill anyone, right? Like you can go with vehicle manslaughter, you can kill someone, and you'd actually get less in prison than what Johnny Somali is about to get, and he's gonna get it into a South Korean prison. And so I'm actually feeling bad for him. I'm not gonna lie. I know that I shouldn't. I know that I lost viewers for stating it. I guess I'm a weak person.
I mean, I can see your argument there, because there's definitely some crimes that are worth the 30 to 50 years. You know, like actual rape and murder,
Yeah.
which, I mean, if you go to the UK, you just get a slap on the wrist. But at the
I
same
mean, Johnny
time,
Somali would
I
get a
mean,
slap on the wrist in the UK as well.
yeah, that's very true. Um, but at the same time, it's just like, uh, I don't remember all his stunts. I just kind of absorbed him from a distance. But didn't he do a lot of dangerous shit? Like, he didn't actually kill anybody, but didn't he actually put a lot of people's lives at risk?
No, no, no. That's Mizu. You're confusing them.
Oh.
And there was like another bitch on Kick that got a pregnant woman the size of a whale to jump into the lake, and then when the whale told her she can't swim, she ran away. So like there are other streamers. No, like I'm telling you what's happening, right? Like imagine that you're just like a normal chick, right? And you're sitting in your living room, and you're just minding your own business, and then a bowling ball just smashes through the window, right? And you're like, what the fuck is going on? And you understand that this is a streamer, like this is a cheeky little shit from the outside that's doing it so he can get super chats. Like he is creating this level of discomfort to you, and then saying it's just a joke so that he can get super chats. And you're going on the street, you know, and then someone steals your dog and runs away with it, and it causes you distress. And then he comes up, it's like, oh, it's just a joke, bro. You know, like I'm just getting it to get some super chats. And these people start multiplying like rabbits. And people start noticing. And at some point, like, they want an example. They want to crucify one of them, right? Like, they want to show to the world what happens if you behave like that. And unfortunately, like, Johnny Somali is the sacrificial lamb. Like, he's going to have to be sacrificed so that other real life streamers finally get the hint.
Yeah. I mean, eh. If he has to be crucified, then so be it. Because I'm at the point in my life where I'm just like, I want to get rid of, um, the filth of society.
Mm.
And to a certain extent, I mean, I'm sure if you give me a certain scenario, I might backtrack on myself a little bit, and be a little bit hypocritical. But if he has to be sacrificed, then so be it. 30 years is probably too long. You know, maybe 5 to 10, so he can learn
That's what
some
I was
lesson.
saying. Yeah, like I was like, okay, 5 would be reasonable, but people are like, no, V, we're unsubscribing. Fuck you. And I'm like, okay, you know, fuck, jeez.
Yeah, but
Zlixian,
apparently,
go.
oh, go ahead.
No, you.
Oh, I was just gonna read something from chat. Apparently, legal mindset sums up the situation very well. Short version: even if Johnny gets the absolute lightest sentence, he's going to get 1 year in, in the absolute minimum. He's going to jail. So it based what chat's been saying. It sounds like even though they're trying to get him decades in prison, it's not actually going to happen. Which
Hmm.
you know what? Sure,
Yeah, no, like I
as long
already
as he
said,
gets thrown
like
in prison, that's what I care about.
yeah, I said 5 years, right? Like anything more than 5 years is cruel and unusual. But that's my thing. Slixian, $2. If the sea goes, watch for my obituary. In other words, he's going to self-delete if piracy is getting removed. I will protect you, Slixian. I will buy games and give them to you. Zixian, if FS and porn go away, I will grape. Jesus Christ. Like, no, seriously, like, Zixian has some of the most spicy super chats. Jean
Oh
Cooks.
my God! You should see what he tries to send me. Oh my God! He's
Oh,
gonna
he
get me
sends you as
banned off
well?
Ko-fi.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Does he manage to get past the filter? Because like with me, I think like he got flagged so many times, he got dinged by the algorithm so many times that if he wants to say hello, he can't do it. Like the seriously, like the super chats keep banning him, and I wonder like why the fuck is that, right? Because like I have other people that send me a lot more unhinged shit than him, and then you realize, wait, like the way the algorithm works, if you ding it a lot of times, that it doesn't trust you anymore. Like it already assumes you want to say something bad. So I think it's that is situation.
Well, um, well, in my case, I'm not monetized, so everything goes through Ko-fi. But
Mm.
I did have to yell at him gently recently, be like, "Hey, I don't want to lose my Ko-fi,
I
so
don't think he
please be
can.
nice."
I don't think he can help us. Like no, like it's just the way he is. It's yeah, no,
I
it's
I love you. I love you, Zoxon
I love him too.
Doppelganger, but
I
no
love yeah
socialism. But
yeah yeah. Jakush the Great. Comrades, I will have V as my husband one day. He will love the Texan barbecue. This is a man from Texas. There was another man from Australia that wanted me to go to the cabana and he can oil me up. Do you get women that sends you these types of super chats? Like, do you have like a
I
few?
don't think I have any women that watch me. I probably scare them all.
I used to date an e-girl back in the day before e-girls were fun, and no, like I was dating this chick, you know, and she was like hot as fuck, and she basically was only awake during the night, and she was at university, and one day I was wondering like what the fuck is going on, and she wants me to meet in a park, and she tells me that she does cam girl, like she does BDSM domination, and I'm like, oh fuck, like why are you doing that? And she's like, cause my father is sick, I need the money. And I'm like, well, you know, in my mind, I'm like, okay, so not girlfriend material. Might as well milk the cow while the milk is free. Um, and like she one day opened up and she told me that, look, I hate having women that watch me, and I'm like, why? Because they always pick on the color of the nails that I have. They always pick on the makeup. They're always, and so I'm like, okay, hashtag women problems. The Dashing
I
Rogue,
hate
thank
women
you
with a
for the
passion.
$5. When it comes to Yuri Aoi, I'm referring to anime that are made for adults but gets localized for kids or localized poorly as a dub. Is there like anime that's like hentai localized for kids? I don't think so.
I would hope not.
I don't think so. Unless it's fan service, and you know what? I don't fucking care about fan service. Like what? Like okay, Uzaki-chan. If my son is 16, he can watch Uzaki-chan. I don't fucking care. We got Slixian. What I sent you was less spicy than what you say on stream, Mally. I stopped once you asked, and you are thrilled to be your crush today. Wait.
Oh
Like,
my fucking God.
you say spicy stuff on stream?
Yeah.
How spicy?
Dumb. I'm not monetized, so I'm really not like worried about it. And I do the Metacore thing where I delete my VODs.
Oh, I see. Do
So
you know that we're not going to grow
yeah,
because of that?
and that's fine.
Oh.
I put out videos as well, and you know they're a lot more sanitized in that
Mm.
case. Um, but
Mm.
the Alexon is there's a difference between I say and then I delete the VOD versus what you say in Ko-fi and it's permanent.
Why is it that like so many U.S. presidents go to the Trump wall?
Too many. Too many. Pretty much all of them, and I wish they would stop because I see that I'm just like, oh great, so we're not gonna get anything solved, are we?
Can you imagine if like all the U.S. presidents would go to the Kaaba? It would be weird, wouldn't it? Or to the
Yeah.
Jesus Rio statue.
That would be a little bit better because America is a Christian nation.
Yeah, but like, wouldn't you just
Like
build your statue in your country and then just go there? You know, like why would you go to the other Christian nation to touch the statue? It doesn't make sense.
yeah, the fair point there. Uh, but like it's just wearing that tiny little hat, touching that wall, kissing it. When you do that, you're swearing fealty to a foreign nation, and I don't trust you
You
as a
know what I would do
president.
if I was the U.S. president? But like, I would have to have dictatorial powers to do this. I would just remove the wall and put it in front of the White House. No, but I think about it, right? Like, if every single president goes and touches the wall, right? Then aren't you going to be like the guy with the big dick and you put it in front of the White House? It's like, so I like next president doesn't have to go all the way over there in the fucking desert. He's just like going to have to walk across the lawn and he can touch the wall, and then you fucking go, and then you make them come to you. Like then they make them come to you so they touch the wall, right? Like when they want to touch the wall, they got to fucking America.
That would be nice, a good humiliation ritual.
That's
But
not humiliation. It's power
unfortunately,
dominance. You're peeing on them. You know, it's like this is my land. Come over to my fucking land. You know, it's like now why am I going to go all the way over here? No, you're going to go all the way over here. Do you know that Nick Fuentes was asked to go touch the wall?
yeah. I watched his Tucker interview actually.
Did you
That
believe it?
released I believe it. I mean, I don't really pay too much attention to Fuentes. I
Mm.
just never really got into his stuff, frankly. But I've heard his story a little bit before about how basically he was being groomed by Ben Shapiro and the Jews, and him saying no basically really pissed them off, and that's why he had to be go on alternative platforms and do his own thing.
I mean, I don't think it's bad to be groomed by Ben Shapiro. Like, I would allow my kid to be groomed by Ben Shapiro. It's just that he didn't take no for an answer. That's the issue.
Well,
I mean, come on. If you have a son, like, don't fucking lie to me. If you have a son and he's in high school and you get like Ben Shapiro kind of, hey, you want to work with the Daily Wire? Like, you would be like, no, son, no, don't take the money, son. Like, no, you'd be like, son, how fast can you go to that wall? Go touch it.
I think your gypsy's coming out there.
Well, hold on a little bit, right? Like it's a very perfectly well job opportunity. Like you're going to work for the Daily Wire. It's a prestigious organization. You don't have to sell your soul to it. You work like 2-3 years. You make networking. You make connections, and then you go and you become
I don't
independent.
know.
I mean,
I
look
don't know.
at
It
Candace
really
Owens,
seems
right?
like you sell your soul when you go for the Daily Wire.
I don't know. Like
Like,
you
don't
think
you
Candace
go
Owens sold their soul? Like she's down there talking about Macron's wife, talking about like Charlie Kirk's wife. Oh my god! Like, did you hear her conspiracy about Charlie Kirk and his wife? You didn't.
Which ones?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Apparently, like the wife of Charlie Kirk knew.
Wait, knew he's gonna be assassinated?
Yeah, that's what Candace Owens is saying.
I don't listen to that lady.
Yeah, but she worked at the Daily Wire, right? So my point is, she went there, she got in a spat with Ben Shapiro, said that he loves body too much. Talked about Jesus, get some Bible quotes in, and then like she left the Daily Wire, and now she's independent. So like, look, you can be groomed by Ben Shapiro, and you can come up on top. You gotta do is you gotta work in the Daily Wire for 2 or 3 years. You make the social connections, and then you give the Bible quotes, and you fucked off, and you become independent.
Yeah, not a bad play. Not a bad play.
Yeah.
But then there's like Brett Cooper. Wasn't Brett Cooper like really popular under the Daily Wire? But then she went independent. Is she actually being successful though? Because I feel like I haven't heard of her since she left.
I have no idea who the fuck you're talking about. I don't watch the Daily Wire. Like all I know at the Daily Wire is Ben Shapiro, right? Which for some reason, and I don't know if you noticed, he doesn't say facts don't care about feelings anymore. Did you notice that? Like, it's not right? Like, it used to be kind of like Google that used to say it's like, don't be evil. And now Ben Shapiro just doesn't care about facts, don't care about feelings. It's like, no, listen, we need to feel for Israel. And you got Matt Walsh, which apparently now Matt Walsh is with the Fuentes group. Not necessarily directly, but he's with the Christian nationalists. I think he's the far right. Yes, he's embracing the far right. And he's also the type of
Based.
person that only likes fish and Jesus. Like he doesn't like anime, he doesn't like sports, he doesn't like movies, he doesn't like this TV show. And it's like, what the fuck do you like, man? Like what do you like? And I think the answer is fishing and Jesus. That's it.
I actually really like Matt Walsh's most of his political takes so far. The anime thing, well, uh, obviously not so much there, but I see pretty much every single post I've been seeing from Matt Walsh for like the past year now. I'm just like
No, to be honest,
based.
I would say that I love the fact that Matt Walsh doesn't like anime. Like, why the fuck would I want Matt Walsh to like anime? Why would I need to have his takes pollute my medium? Like, no. Matt Walsh doesn't need to like anime. We need to gatekeep Matt Walsh from liking anime. I actually do appreciate his stance on the fact that he doesn't want to watch it.
Yeah,
He thinks that it's
he can have his
satanic.
own little spot in the corner.
Yeah.
He have his little spot in the corner for certain pushes for certain topics, and then we can have our different spot in the corner for somebody else that can actually appreciate anime, and they don't cross the line on the different topics, and they just stay in their corner. They say the right talking points, and they move the culture in the right direction.
Correct. I mean, he shitted on video games too, and I think that's a good thing. He didn't like GTA. No, Matt Walsh, when it comes to video games and anime, completely agree with this take. Someone in the chat said that I should join the Young Turks. I don't know if you noticed, but the Young Turks are too right-wing for me now. They had the change of heart. I'm not kidding. Anna Kasparian, apparently, like, she was... I don't think she was groped. But she was walking down the streets, and some homeless guy tried to hit on her, and she felt unsafe. And then I think, like, the Californian governor wanted her to install green energy in her house. Like they don't like the fact that she has a gas stove, and all these things together ticked her off, and now she's like pretty right wing. And I think like Cenk Uygur as well. Like he's noticing that the winds are turning, so like he's changing the sails, and so like Cenk is now right wing as well.
Well, I've definitely watched. Well, I shouldn't say watched, but I've been, you know, observing from a distance Anna Kasparian's change over the
Journey.
years, and hers actually seems genuine. Chang, I don't trust. He popped up on my feed like recently, trying to talk about I forget what it was. It was like immigration or something like that. And I was like, oh, nice, okay, Chang, I agree with you there. Then his second paragraph, I was just like, okay, Chang, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't trust Chang. I mean, the young, if I remember correctly, with the Young Turds all those years ago, I mean, they didn't have the whole like camel toe segment,
Was
and
such a
were
beautiful
actually
segment.
pretty edgy
Do you think like
and
you could have won
everything.
at that game? Like if you were playing it with Anna, do you think you could have scored a couple of points? Do you know they removed it?
Maybe.
They removed the game. Like I can't find the video anymore. But for those of you who don't know what the video is about, like this was on the Young Turks back in the day. They would show Cenk, like Anna would show Cenk, an actual camel toe, like the groin of a woman. And back then they knew what a woman is. And Cenk had to guess whose camel toe is it. And whenever Cenk was not guessing, Anna would look very displeased. It's like she would expect him to know. I'm not kidding. Like this is
I mean, I probably wouldn't be able to get any points because I don't follow celebrities, so I don't know them.
yeah. That's my
But
problem as well. Yeah. And the thing is, like when it was finally revealed, like this is Beyonce, like Cenk would be like, oh, like, but it was like this expression as if he should have known, or you know, like if given a little bit more time, he would have eventually guessed. And I'm like, Cenk, how the like it doesn't
like,
make
how are you
sense.
supposed to know if a vagina's a vagina?
Yeah, you
Like, I
know,
mean,
like, and not to mention, like, if it's about tits, then yeah, like, I could guess a celebrity based on tits. But, like, the vagina is, like, as you pointed out, a vagina is a vagina. You can't really tell.
yeah,
But
and you don't really see it on celebrities unless they're porn actors, and I
even
don't follow
then, like,
porn
you don't.
actors either.
Yeah. No, it was a bad game. It was just like a justification for them to show camel toes on YouTube, I guess.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden they started shifting radically left around the same time. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
And they started showing well, what do transgender people have? Bulges, I guess. Frog Jupiter, Nick Fuentes is a groomer, not a groomed. Ask Destiny. Did Nick Fuentes groom Destiny?
Supposedly there's like a video of him sucking or Destiny sucking his dick or something like
Mm-hmm.
that I heard. I don't from what I understand is actually not real, but like
It's not
I
AI. It's people are claiming it's a different dick.
I don't know. I don't follow that either and I don't
See, we
watch
can
gay
play the game.
porn,
We can play the
so
game. Can you guess whose sausage is it? And we can have like a The Youngster spin-off. I think. I mean, see, the problem with
I mean dicks would be more recognizable than vaginas,
you
yeah.
would think, but not really, because I thought it's like we can match the skin color of the penis with Vic Fuentes, and then we can verify. But the problem is like you have certain men that have like more pigmentation on the penis, so you would think that it's like belonging to an Indian man or a Mexican man, and you look at Fuentes, but then you realize no, hold on, because that's not how it works. It's kind of like when you have like a black person, like he's like charcoal, but like when you look at the palms, like he's bleached white, right? And the penis has like the same effect. It's not necessarily that it's bleached. It's more like you can have like a very pale man, but he's got like a brown penis. So like if you only see the penis, you may think he's Indian or Mexican or something. But no. I am a doctor, yes. I remember like when we were doing medicine and we were talking about inserting a urethral catheter into a patient's pee hole, and the doctor was showing us it's like you hold you hold the solution with one arm and you're holding the penis with another, and like someone asks it's like so why no sorry the doctor says like you put the alcohol down, right, the antiseptic, you put it down and you hold the penis with one hand, and a colleague, like a woman, goes like, "Well, why don't you hold the one in your hand?" And I'm like, "So how do you want to pull the thing down with your mouth?" And anyway, um, no, the funniest the funniest bit is that I remember like when I was at gynecology, and they were talking about how to insert a catheter, like one of those tubes. How do you put it in a woman's pee hole if she has like kidney stones and shit? And a colleague of mine is like, why do I need to learn? I know how to do it. And the doctor goes like, yeah, smart ass, come over here. My fucking god, like he showed me, like this was this morbidly massive corporeal manifestation of a woman, like 350 kilograms, like the bed was barely designed to hold such a thing, and the lighting was bad. And when he spread his leg, like, okay, go on, do it. I couldn't see, like, how should I put it? Like, that woman, even when naked, she was clothed, if you know what I mean. Like there was nothing there. Like there was. Do you know how Boogie looks? Like Boogie actually got a community guideline strike that he contested on YouTube because he was posting in front of the mirror, and like again, you couldn't see anything. That's literally what I saw.
Oh my god. How'd you do it then?
I didn't. I told the doctor, no, you're right, I can't. No.
Oh my god. Apparently you guys need communism again after all to help thin people out.
I mean, yeah, like now I know how to do it. If I could travel back in time, you need some flour, and you spread flour over her, and where it's moist, that's the target.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that give her a yeast infection?
I don't fucking care. My job is to put this catheter in. It's not. I mean, if you
Oh
give her
my
a yeast
god.
infection, then you actually manage to sell more medicine. So like theoretically, the hospital likes you. But look, like all I'm saying is that if I was to record myself doing it, it would be like an unboxing video. Like it would take just as much. Okay, the chat is giving up. They want me to stop.
Holy shit.
Do you know, like this was
Fuck.
actually normal at med school. Like it wasn't like most students weren't laughing or anything. It was just like very benign. And the problem is like you kind of get disassociated from that because you think like most people are fucked up in the head like you are, and then you actually go outside and you realize that it's not the case. Like for instance, I had a colleague, and we had to get a skeleton for the first year of anatomy. Like in order to learn osteology, you actually get a skeleton. In some civilized places, you get like one of those plastic things. In Romania, you talk to the grave digger and he gives you one. I'm not kidding. And everyone knows, like, yeah, like med students have it. It is what it is, right? And they actually make the exchange in the bus. Like the bus is going around, and she like picks the femur after from the bag and gives it, and then picks up the cranium, and you can see like everyone in the bus is horrified, like a murder has taken place. And I was there, I wasn't part of the transaction, but I'm like, no, we're med students, and people are like, oh.
Jesus.
Do you know I slept with it? I slept with it.
What?
Like, yeah, no, I was studying anatomy up until like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And sometimes like I would fall asleep with the femur in the bed. Because like you need to look at it to know where the muscle insertions go and how to like how every single dimple is named and shit, right? So I literally fell asleep with it. And I woke up and it's like, oh, okay, so now I can say that that's been done. You know, I slept with the skeleton. Well, technically the femur, not the whole thing, but yeah, no, med school was hard, especially the femur. Let's go to something else because we're not out of time and we haven't gone through all of the news.
Oh, I'm learning some deep lore. Oop, I didn't. Oh, oops. Oop, there we go.
Okay, so apparently Roblox now has AI verification, but they've implemented it horribly. They are mandating everyone to send selfies to the chat. So it's just going to have millions of photos of kids if they get hacked. It will be one of the biggest children's data leaks of all time. What do you think about like protecting children's data, Anne?
Well, when you phrase it like that, if I say I'm strongly against it, that I sound weird. Um, but like I hate God, the whole age verification thing really pisses me off. Because like I mean Discord tried to do it with the whole digital ID thing and like a month later they got hacked with their third party thing.
Correct.
Like I don't think children should be on the internet like at all. I think, maybe 16, they can be like slowly introduced. And if they are going to be internet, there should be parental controls. And I mean, it's 2025, right? It's not the early 2000s anymore when the internet was a wild west and the parents didn't know what was happening. Like, it's the year of the Lord 2025. Everyone knows about it and, been raised with
Do you
it
have
and
children?
have experienced it. No.
I do. And I was actually wondering, like, how am I going to introduce my child to the online space? And I think, like, you're right. Most of the tech media moguls, like, they don't let their kids. Like Zuckerberg didn't let his kids. The Susan Wojcicki lady didn't let her kids. And it's like, well, they probably know some shit, right? So, yeah, no, like, laptops up until they're maybe 12, 14 with DOS games and shit that we played. And then, like, slowly introduce them to social media. But yeah, digital ID is absolute bullshit. The thing that I wanted to notice is that there's like a big scandal in America about protecting children's data. And I find this to be incredibly insulting, right? Because why is my data not protected? Like, okay, I'm not a child, but like, why is my data in danger? Why can't we have all the same protections? Like, you're telling me that Billy, who is 17, cannot have his data harvested, but like the moment he thinks 18, then he's harvestable. Like, make it make sense.
Ah, but he's adult, and therefore he signed up. He read that TOS, so he completely scrolled through and checked the box and moved on.
How the fuck do kids do advanced trigonometry but cannot read a fucking TOS on social media that tells you that if you sign up, they can use your data?
Um, well, trigonometry they're forced to do for grades. TOS not
Ah.
really. It's optional and really long, lots of words. Just scroll by and move
Yeah,
on.
I guess. Have you read the TOS?
When I started streaming, I did read the TOS, so I knew what I couldn't
Really?
say, and yeah, and
Jesus.
everything. I even had a whole TOS list that I had over here on the side, and I've basically thrown it out the window at this point. But other than that, I no never have.
No, no one reads the TOS, right? But like, I'm pretty sure everyone, even when I was 12, I was aware that if you go on the internet, there's bad people. I was aware that my anonymity is important. And I also knew that when Facebook came out and MySpace came out, that of course they're going to use your data. It wasn't even right. So no, I think like this whole thing with making it if you harvest data from kids is illegal, is also to force them to use digital ID. Because now there's this TV company, I don't know the exact name of it. It's a smart TV company. It's getting sued because it harvested data from kids. And like, okay, so like, how can they know that the person watching is not a kid? And the only answer is digital ID.
I it could be the content that they're watching, because there's definitely some content that's definitely more aimed for kids than not.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also lots of kids who watch more adult content than they do actual child content.
I also think it's like it depends on the age, right? Because when they say kids, they include teenagers, and I don't think that's fair. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if my 16-year-old sees a titty, but I would be shocked if my 5-year-old sees titties. You know, it's that like there used to be Baywatch when I grew up, right? That was a shocking if you grew up watching it, or Xena Warrior Princess, or Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like, they had titillation and shit, and now they're considering that to be 18 plus, and they don't consider like appropriate for teenagers to watch.
At that point, we're getting to like the infantilization of like kids, and I definitely think that's a huge issue. Though it's not it's similar but not completely related in that case, because like you had the whole like, oh, she's a 21-year-old child, how dare that 28-year-old try to groom her, um and will try to date her and things like that. Like, there's this huge push for many decades now, actually, to basically try to make teenagers dumber and more kid-like than they actually already were. Or if you go back like a couple hundred years ago, and they were 16-year-olds, were running their taking over the family business, learning trades, uh, having kids, and doing other things. I mean, and it's only been the more past roughly 100 years, and 100 to 50 years roughly, where things have been like, okay, well, because, and honestly, it's because part of it's science, realizing that the brain takes longer to develop, but it's just like kids are a lot more competent than a lot of people want them to be. There is definitely an argument to protect them, especially like you said with young kids, like, 5. But once you get the 16-year-old, like, I expect the 16-year-old to be a lot more competent than what society wants them to be.
Yeah, I remember doing, as I mentioned, advanced trigonometry and shit at 16. And the thing is, like, I can't do it now. And it's kind of like, yeah. Um, and I think it started in America, especially when you had on the news, like, another black person committing a crime or something. And they would be like, oh, he's just a child, just a child. And you're like, dude, he's 21. It's like, what the fuck are you
Yeah.
smoking?
Like, I understand if some 50-year-old looks at a 20-year-old and be like, "Oh my God, you're so young. You're just a kid," and their perspective, because they're so much older and there is such a gap there. But at the end of the day, the 20-year-old is not a child. They are an adult, a young adult, but they're still an adult, and they still should be responsible for their actions and take care of themselves and actually be, competent of some sort of degree.
It's also the thing, like in my country, right? Like when you make an excuse for a kid committing a crime, it's usually the idea that the kid doesn't know. And like I had a friend of mine growing up, which ended up in juvie, and I talked about this several times on my stream. But he saw a Tom and Jerry cartoon where Jerry like pushed a flower pot onto Tom, and Tom managed to get like a lump in the head, right? So the idea was like it's a joke, and in the cartoon, like Tom got up, right? Well, it turns out if you do it in the real world from the third floor and you drop a flower pot on top of someone's head, you give them brain damage. And so, like, it was with the police investigation and shit. But, like, that's something that you can relate because it's like, okay, it's a kid that doesn't understand. But when you have a burglary or a home invasion, I'm pretty sure they understand exactly what they're doing. It's not like they can't tell right from wrong. It's not like, oh, well, like if you can do something as complex and difficult as a home invasion, you can't go on the media and say, well, he was just a kid. He was innocent. He didn't know any better.
Hmm. But
Uh,
they just try to use that excuse to get a lighter sentence, and it's super annoying.
yeah, I mean, they use that excuse like video games made me do it. There used to be a time in the 90s, they would constantly say they did it because of video games. And I was like, what the fuck? And then you realize they're doing it because they wanted to be nice with the jury. So, like, they wanted the jury to basically give them a lighter sentence. Sergeant Gunnery, sub to your channel. Why, thank you. I think I stolen one of your subscribers.
It's good.
Anyway, right. This is pretty much it. If you want, I can come on your channel when you're streaming.
Yeah. Just let me know and we can figure something out.
Yeah, and we can also meet on Arch during the Archcast if you're there.
Yeah, I usually don't break into the Archcast unless I'm invited on. I only did that the other day because I was being slandered, which I guess is pretty normal, but still.
What did they slander you with? Because I forgot.
Hmm?
What did they say about you? Because I forgot.
Oh, Arch was claiming that I was grooming him.
Audio?
No.
That's what a groomer would say. Anyway, right, so I remember one more thing. Europea Universalis is coming tomorrow. Are you going to do a Let's Play?
Probably not. I have already 2 games going on my channel, and I only do 2 game streams a week. Then the other 2 are politics.
Oh, I was going to direct people to your channel, but I mean I can still do it. Give it the link, and I'll put it into the pinned comments. And also, oh, there's another game coming out. Heroes of Might and Magic.
That sounds familiar. I don't know. Where do I recognize that
You
from?
probably played it when you were a little girl.
Well, I'm in my early 20s and I'm a fake gamer girl, so...
Wait, hold on. Now I'm concerned. You've been watching me for 10
What?
years, right?
Uh-huh.
And you're in your early 20s.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I started watching Sargon and the Crew around 15 years old, roughly.
I feel uncomfortable. Chat, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And I'll put her channel into the pinned comment. And I'll see you guys later.
Good night.